Well, hello and how are you? Hey, friends. Welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shen Adolphson, coming to you live right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, you know what? Today's Wednesday, March the 22nd, 2023. Got some happy birthday shout outs going out to Jason Adolphson and Amber D. Leon. So, without further ado, here's a birthday song for the two of you. Hey, Amber. Hey, Jason. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So, happy birthday, I'm saying. That's a one more year gone away. So, happy birthday to you, I say. I said, hey, Jason. Hey, Amber. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. Well, that's another trip around the sun that you made. Well, I hope you're enjoying your special day because, well, it's your happy birthday day today. Oh, what? It's your happy birthday day today. Hey, friend, how about it? See you on the show. Thanks for popping in. Alrighty. I got some Shin Show shout outs. Those are the fans of the Shin Show, folks that just love, watch, love, addition to, and or care about the Shin Show. Folks that like it. We got Jamie O'Driscoll, who loves the show. Mary Williams Devine, who likes the show. Doug Bell, a.k.a. Steve Clary, who shares the show. Savann Murphy Beason, who is always on board. Diana Gray, who's kicking it back every single day. And then my Pokey pal, Char Sanders, who is a first time Pokey pal for me for lately. Actually, she's poked me 39 times within the last, I don't know, since I've been on Facebook. And then Julie Regot, every day a poker. And then Amanda S. Little, return poker. And Arieann Cook, uh, a longtime poker. All righty. Glad to have my Facebook Pokey Pals on the line. All right. Hey, that being said, got somebody over here that just popped in and said, hello, John Schumer. Hey, how you doing, Pastor John? How's life treating you today? Hopefully quite well. Heard you guys had an excellent practice today. That's sounds good. Sounds good. Hey, you all know that mm, John Schumer just so happens to be our weather sponsor. He is. He did. He's part and partial of the program over at Refreshing Word uh, Fellowship Church. That's right. And we're going to do our weather forecast right here, right now. So here we go. Without further ado, St. Charles weather forecast for the St. Charles viewing areas. That's in the next 5 days. And it's going to be sponsored to you today by Refreshing Word Fellowship Church. Refreshing Word Fellowship Church is a non denominational Christian church located at 2054 Campus Drive, right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Yes, that's right. If you're wanting to get in touch with God, step on in to Refreshing Word Fellowship Church. Tonight, you can catch the Bible study at 7. You can catch it either at the church, 2054 Campus Drive, or you can zoom in on it on the link I'm going to leave below for the beginning of the show. That's right. You can always zoom in and catch it then. And also, we have on Thursdays an hour of power prayer from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. and Sunday mornings on at 11 a.m. for our Sunday services. You can stop on by. All right, hey, that's where you'll find your Refreshing Word Fellowship Church. Way right on over there at 2054 Campus Drive, east. It's at the east side of Campus Drive. All right. All righty then. It's the building with the big brown cross on it right next to the kitty care cage. That's right. All right. Hey, 68 degrees for the high today. Beautiful weather. We loved it. We certainly did. But we got some flash flood warnings out there. I'm for sure saying. But we'll get on past it because, well, hey, God is good. And for those of you out there in the flood zones, we'll just be praying for you. Amen. Amen. All right, let's see. Cloudy skies this evening, followed by scattered storms and thunderstorms overnight. Low temperatures of 61 degrees Fahrenheit with south to southwest winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of rain 40%. And then we got Thursday. Be tomorrow, that is Thursday, March the 23rd. Showers and scattered thunderstorms in the morning. High temperatures of 65 degrees Fahrenheit with temps falling to near 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of rain 70%. Rain most likely overnight with potential for heavy rainfall. Low temperatures around 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be north to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 100%. 1 to 2 inches of rain is expected. And then for Friday, March the 4th, rain with high temperatures of 48 degrees Fahrenheit, winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of rain 90% with rainfall near a half inch. Steady rain in the evening, showers continuing later on tonight. Low temperatures of 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Northeast winds shifting to westerly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chances of rain 70%. Rainfall another quarter of an inch. Well, we're just going to be loading it up. We'll have to swim our way to church for sure, for sure. 25 Saturday, March 25th. A shower or two around the area in the morning, then partly cloudy in the afternoon. High temperatures of 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be west at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Chances of rain 30%. Higher wind gusts are quite possible. Some clouds early will be giving way to generally clear skies and conditions overnight. Low temperatures of 34 degrees Fahrenheit with winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for Sunday, God's Day, that is, Sunday, um, March the 26th, partly cloudy skies, slight chances of rain, with high temperatures of 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Cloudy during the evening and a few showers developing late at night. Low temperatures around 40 degrees Fahrenheit with winds east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 30%. And then for our fifth and final day of our 5-day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area, Monday, March the 27th. Partly cloudy skies with high temperatures of 56 degrees Fahrenheit, winds west to southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Overcast skies with showers at times. Low temperatures near 35 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of rain 40%. And that, my friends, is your 5-day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area. Hey, we got a second friend out there too. Hello, shout outs to our second viewing friend. We like our viewers to be viewing for sure, for sure. All right, alrighty then. Again, that weather forecast was brought to you by Refreshing Word Fellowship Church. That's right. Let me see something. I gotta go ahead and add that Zoom link in because I forgot to put it in earlier. We'll check it out right up here. Copy. Backspace. Wake up. Backspace. 7 p.m. Bible study, Refreshing Word Fellowship Church. Scratch that. Refreshing Word Fellowship Church Bible study, 7 p.m. Zoom link. Zoom. Zoom link. Correct that. Cap that. Colon. Select link. 2. Delete that. New line. New line. Paste that. Cut that. Paste that. Select all. Paste that. Go to sleep. There it is. There's your link down below to the Zoom. I forgot to put it on earlier. Every once in a while, it takes a reminder. And, well, there you have it. All right. Alrighty then. Oh. So anyway, they had choir practice today, or band practice, or let's call it worship group practice today over at the church. And sounded like it went okay from my end, from the feedback I got from it. It sounded pretty good. So looks like they're going to have a good show for us on Sunday. That's for sure. For sure. Always a good time at Refreshing Word Fellowship Church. Speaking of that, how about a song or two? Actually, one of my favorite songs is Let the Fire Fall, and well, we're going to do that one right now. Song lyrics, Let the Fire Fall. Carmen. It's a Carmen song. One of my favorites. Well, what did I do? Lord, we are the ones called by your name. We humble ourselves now as we pray, renouncing every sin and wicked way. We lift our voice, we seek your face and say, Lord, send the rain. Pour out your spirit. Let the fires fall. He loves one and all. Fall afresh on me. Oh, Holy Spirit, let the fires fall. He loves one and all. Fall afresh on me. Holy Spirit, let the fires fall. He loves one and all. Fall afresh on me. Let's go back to the top. Hey, Lord, we are the ones called by your name. We humble ourselves now as we pray, renouncing every sin and wicked way. We lift our voice, we seek your face and say, Lord, send the rain. Pour out your spirit. Let the fires fall. Heal us one and all. Fall afresh on me. Lord, send the rain. Pour out your spirit. Let the fires fall. Heal us one and all. Fall afresh on me. Fall afresh on me. There you go. That's one of my favorites, and well, we do it well over at the church. One of these days, they're going to hand me a headset so I can do some bass work for them. Lord, we are the ones called by your name. We humble ourselves now as we pray, renouncing every word and wicked way. We lift our voice, we seek your face and say, Lord, send the rain. Pour out your spirit. He loves one and all. Fall afresh on me. Anyway, there you go. All right, all right. I digress. I haven't been able to get to church in such a long time. They probably forgot what I look like. That's probably why John's staying on here for so long. I still look the same pretty much. I need a haircut. Yes, I do. You are correct. I do need a haircut. All right. Let's see. Where are we at? There's another song that I like to sing too that I can't remember which one it is. It's probably a Vince song. That's why I can't find it. It's somewhere in there. It's I can't even think of what it is. There's several songs that we do over to church, and see, I haven't never been to one of their practices, so I have no clue as to what they practice on. So I just have to go by the lyric, and that's where I get my songs. I remember, shoot, y'all know I've written so many songs on here during the day uh, on this show that because I just sing and well whatever comes out, God guided me on it. So there you have it, all the time, all the time. God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good. All right, hey, let's see. We are going to sing another song though, and it's not a gospel. It's one of my favorites. So another one of my favorites. Y'all get to hear my favorites too often and too many times, but here we go. Um, Song next, "City of New Orleans." Little sip of the cider, a little nip of the nectar, a little water. H2O. Come here, H2O. Hey, hey, catch up to me. Don't just poke me. Don't just poke me in the cheek. Come here. Come here, water. Maybe I'll pull that corner of my shirt forward if I can get a thumb in it. Come here. I'm going to get it here in a second. All right, well, we're not going to get the water. We'll get the water later. We're going to do that Arlo Guthrie song first. Here we go. Are you all ready? Right now in the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning rail. 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors and 25 sacks of mail. Well, all along that southbound out to sea, that train pulls out of Kankakee, rolls along and past houses, farms, and fields. Well, passing trains and have no names, freight yards full of old black men, and the graveyards of rusted automobiles. Good morning, America, how are you? Don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the one they call the city of New Orleans. And I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Well, playing cards, dealing cards with the old men in the club card. Any point, ain't no one keeping score. I want you pass that paper bag that holds the bottle. Feel the wheels are rumbling beneath the floor. Well, and the sons of the Bowman porters and the sons of the engineers, they ride their father's magic carpets made of steel. Well, the mothers with their babes asleep are rocking to the gentle beat, and the rhythm of the rails is all they feel. Good morning, America, how are you? Don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the one they call the city of New Orleans. And I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Well, nighttime on the city of New Orleans, changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Uh, uh, well, I lost my space here. Halfway home, we'll be there by morning. Through the Mississippi darkness, rolling down to the sea. And all the towns and people seem to fade away into a big bad dream. And the steel rails still ain't heard the news. The conductor sings out his song again, and the passengers will please refrain. This train has got to disappear in blues. Good morning, America, how are you? Don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the one they call the city of New Orleans. And I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I said, good morning, America, how are you? Don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the one they call the city. There you go. How's that for a fade out? Yeah. All right. All my friends are gone. All my friends are gone. All my friends are gone. Whoa, my friends are back. Good night, all. Be blessed, and you got to get ready for soon. All right, there you go. Yeah, Mr. John Schumer is leaving the building. He has left the building. He is getting ready for the Zoom class. So there you have it. All right, all right, all right. Thanks for dropping in, and we appreciate you. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Welcome to my world. You know, I tell you what, folks, I've been having a real rough time with good old uh, search. Searching for a roommate. You know, it's not working out that well. I mean, not as well as I had hoped. I'm still going to try to get that drink of water, though. I'm going to try to pull the seam of the shirt loose, get my thumb inside the shirt. If I can get my thumb inside the shirt, I can pull it down just a little bit forward. Trying to also do it without flipping over my medicine bottle. Get my hand inside the shirt. If I could just pull this collar over this way. Come on, shirt. You're all bunched up. No water to go. Ugh. Maybe if I just tilt the chair back a little. We'll give that a shot, okay? I had to move it a little bit because I don't want to wipe out my phone and or my microphone. Either one. We'll tilt back. We'll get that drink of water somehow or another. Yeah. Come on, Spencer. All right. Oh, and it's that close. And yet, you can't get to it. Ah, come on now. Come on. You're that close. Great. I hate it when that happens. Try it this way. Okay, now it's in my eyeball. Ah, Water. Success. Figured if it was going to be that much work to get a drink, I was going to get as much as I could when I could while I did. So I did. Took it all. Not all of it, but quite a bit of it. Enough to wet the whistle and the palate. Got to get that tongue all slathered up there so it can verbulate, articulate, singulate. Get the show on the road. Sorry, folks, bear with. Yeah, like I said, it's rather difficult these days to get you a roommate with the adequate values and whatnot, so that I don't have like a whole family wanting to move in, which is lately what's going on, and or just we're working on it. And then there's the home health care situation that's all been thrown uh, in the fire for me. But I was talking to a company today, which I'm hoping will be able to help me and assist me and see what things are like, because I'm working on it, trying to get some home health care and home care both, because I've got two different service hours. I've got the home health care, and I've got 3.75 hours of home health care, and then I got another 5 hours of uh, home care. I mean, not home care, but CDS, consumer directed service hours, on top of that 3.5. So I've got 8 hours worth of time now, each and every day with the IDL waiver. So I've got plenty of time to get the stuff done in now. Hooray, hooray. But getting the right people out here at the right time to do the right thing and everything like that, boy, I'll tell you. So I've been working off the table right now. I mean, I'm having to, well, my family is paying out of pocket for people to show up and assist me, whereas I've got a company that's supposed to be providing, and they're not. So there you have it. Who's the fan out here right now? Somebody out there, somebody's knocking. Should have let him in. Lord, it's devil. Would you look at him? Grandpa, take me back to yesterday when the lines between good and bad weren't so hazy. And Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Never's lover fell in love to stay. Cause stand beside each other, come what may. Oh, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Leave us love, hope, hope. It was a love fest. It was a love fest. I don't know what I caressed. I was walking down the street. Oh, somebody's walking down the street. There she goes. Lord have mercy. Does baby's got her blue jeans on? Song lyrics, baby's got her blue jeans on. Oh, yeah. A little bit of Mel McDonald. I always thought it was Ronnie Millsap, but it must be from Mel McDonald. Down on the corner by the traffic light, everybody's looking as she goes by. They turn their heads and they watch her till she's gone. But Lord have mercy, Baby's got her blue jeans on. Well, by the bus stop and across the street, oh, they open up their windows to take a peek. How she goes walking, rock a rolling stone. Oh, Lord have mercy, baby's got her blue jeans on. She can't help it if she's made that way. She's not to blame if they look her way. She ain't really trying to cause a scene. It just comes naturally. No, there can't help it. Well, up on Main Street, by the taxi stand, there's a crowd of people and a traffic jam. She all up back. She ain't doing nothing wrong. Lord have mercy, baby's got her blue jeans on. She can't help but if she's made that way. She's not to blame if they look her way. She ain't really trying to cause a scene. It just comes naturally. No, a girl can't help it. Well, down on the corner, by the traffic light, everybody's looking as she goes by. They turn their heads and they watch her till she's gone. Oh, Lord have mercy, baby's got her blue jeans on. Oh, Lord have mercy, baby's got her blue jeans on. Oh, looky there. Oh, looky where. Oh, looky there. None can compare. None can compare. Well, it's 31 minutes into the program today. I'm having a little fun singing today because, well, I got a little water down the throat. How about working some? How about some doing a little work? How about song lyrics 16 tons? Tennessee Ernie Ford. That's right, Tennessee Ernie Ford. Some people say a man's made out of mud. Poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and a skin and bone. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. You load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you take me, 'cause I can't go. Out my soul to the carbon stove. Well, I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine. I loaded 16 tons of number 9 coal. And the straw boss said, well, bless my soul. You load 16 tons and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the carbon stove. Well, I was born one morning, it was drizzling rain. Fighting and trouble are my middle name. I was raised in the Kankakee by an old mama lion. That you can't no high tone will make me walk the line. You load 16 tons and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. If you see me, you come better step aside. A lot of men did, and a lot of men died. Well, one fist of iron and the other of steel. If the right one don't get you, then the left one will. You load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. How about this one? The ballad of, I did not know that was Tennessee Ernie Ford that done the ballad of Crockett. Yeah, anyway. Born on a mountain top in Tennessee, greatest state in the land of the free. Raised in the woods, so he knowed every tree. He built them a bar when he was only 3. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier, fought single-handed through the Injun war till the creek was whipped and the peace was in store. And while he was fighting in this risky chore, he made himself a legend forevermore. Davy Crockett, the man who did no fear. Well, when he lost his love, his grief was gone. His heart was, he wanted to leave it all and lose himself in the forest tall. But he answered instead the country's call. Davy Crockett, the choice of the whole frontier. Well, he went to Congress and he served a spell, fixing up the government and laws as well. Took over Washington, so I hear tell, and preached and patched up a crack in the Liberty Bell. Davy Crockett, seen his duty clear. When he came home, he picked politicking done. Why, the big Western March had just begun. So he packed his gear and his trusty gun and lit out a gun to follow the sun. Davy Crockett, leading the on frontier, leader of the pioneer. His land is biggest and his land is best, from the grassy plains to the mountain crest. He's ahead of us all and meeting the test, following his legend right to the west. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. Davy Crockett, the king of the wild frontier. Well, old Craig, one of these days you'll word in on here and say, quit singing or hash up or whatever. But commentary is maybe one of the reasons folks tune in. And I haven't been doing a whole lot of commentary lately. I just been singing a lot. And I used to do a lot of commentary because, well, that's what the show was about. What goes on here in St. Charles, what I've been doing, what everybody else is doing. I have not looked at the St. Charles menu of things to do for quite some time, so I may as well look at it for me and for you. Oh, don't tell me Shin Lu, is that what that is? No, Moolah Shrine Circus is going to be down at the Family Arena. Hot Tubs and Swim Spa Expo is going to be over at the St. Charles Convention Center. First Friday's Art Center. There you go. Reoccurring monthly on the first Friday. Foundry Art Center. That will be April the 7th. So some of the schools are going to be starting their their spring break next week. So there you have that. That'll be fun. Of course, they only get a week this year, but those are some of the St. Louis schools, and it's weird because they dropped Friday classes, so they go Monday through Thursday, and then they only get a week for summer vacation. So it's I don't know. I don't know what's going on. The whole world is flip flopped upside down. We don't know. St. Charles Flea Market will be reoccurring monthly on the second Saturday until December the 9th, 2023, at the St. Charles City Hall parking garage, right below the Gold Building. That's right, 200 South 2nd Street. 200 South 2nd Street. So get around over there. Commodores are going to be out at Lindenwood J. Siegler Center for the Arts. Builders St. Charles Home Show going to be reoccurring daily until April of the 16th, starting on April 4th or April 14th. From April 14th through April 16th, the building show, home builder show at the St. Charles Convention Center. And then the Commodores will be there in April on April 8th. So will the flea market April 8th. And then Dino Ranch Live will be at the Dimely Arena April 14th. And also Vintage Market Days recurring daily until April the 16th at the National Equestrian Center, which is located. Let's see where that one's located, because I don't know. I don't know. 6880 Lake St. Louis Boulevard, Lake St. Louis, Missouri, 63376. That's where it is. The premier equestrian exhibit center in the Midwest, an award-winning facility offering a variety of equestrian and canine events throughout the year. So there you have it, and they're going to be inviting y'all out there to take a look-see. Sure, for sure. For sure. That's what they'll do at the door. Vintage Market Days. Then St. Charles Farmers Market will be starting up April the 15th, and they reoccur every weekend on Saturdays until November 25th. So don't forget to check that out every Saturday, April 15th through November 25th, every Saturday. Then the Augusta Pure Air Art Festival will begin on April the 20th, and that'll run through the 29th. And those are a lot of quite fine artists out there. You might step out there to Augusta and check out some of their artwork, or go out there and do some artwork for that matter. And Anemone St. Louis, whatever Anemone is, will be over at the St. Charles Convention Center. So there you have it. There's 11 items up there for what's going on here in St. Charles. Sure enough. Probably time for me to do the the children's story. So, hey kids, it looks like it's time for TV Grandpa to tell you one more little story. That's right, it's TV Grandpa time. And we're gonna do some short stories for children. Children's short stories. Okay? I'm not so sure I like this listing. Oh, it's TV Grandpa getting ready to tell a story. TV Grandpa ready to put you down to sleep. Sleepy time, close your eyes. They're getting a wee bit heavy. Sleepy time, close your eyes. They're getting a wee bit heavy. Actually, you know what we're going to do? It's one for the adults and the children. And in these particular days, it's one brought to you by the United States government and or the one world domination. Many years ago, there was an European. Oh, today it's the Emperor's New Clothes. Hey kids, jump up on the couch and jump up on the bed, wherever it is you rest your sleepy little head, because, well, it's time for TV Grandpa to lull you off to sleep. And so here we go with the Emperor's New Clothes. Many years ago, there was an emperor who was so excessively fond of new clothes that he spent all his money in dress. He did not trouble himself in the least about his soldiers, nor did he care to go either to the theater or the chase, except for the opportunity to afford him for display his new clothes. He had a different suit for each hour of the day, and as of any other king or emperor, one is accustomed to say he is sitting in council. It was always said of him, the emperor is sitting in his wardrobe. Now time passed merely in the large town which was his capital, and strangers arrived every day at the court. One day, two rogues, calling themselves weavers, made their appearance. They gave out that they knew how to weave stuffs of the very most beautiful colors and elaborate patterns. The clothes manufactured from which should have the wonderful property of remaining invisible to everyone who was unfit for the office he held, or who was extraordinarily simple in character. Well, these must be splendid clothes, thought the emperor. Had I such a suit, I might as at once find out what men in my realm are unfit for their office, and also be able to distinguish the wise from the foolish. This stuff must be woven for me immediately. And he caused large sums of money to be given to both the weavers in order that they might begin their work directly. And so the two pretended weaving weavers, the two pretend weavers set up two looms and affected to work very busily, though in reality they did nothing at all. They asked for the most delicate silks and the purest gold thread, put both in their own knapsacks, and then continued their pretend work at the empty looms until late at night. I should like to know how the weavers are getting along with my clothes, said the emperor to himself, and after some little time had elapsed, he was, however, rather embarrassed when he remembered that a simpleton, or one unfit for his office, would be unable to see the manufactured good, and so to be sure that he thought he had nothing to risk in his own person, but yet he would prefer sending someone else to bring him intelligence about the weavers and their work. Before he troubled himself in the affair, all the people throughout the city had heard of these wonderful properties the clothes was to possess, and all were anxious to learn how wise or how ignorant their neighbors might prove to be. Well, I will send my favorite, most faithful old minister to the weavers, said the emperor at last. And after some deliberation, he will be the best able to see how the clothes looks, how the cloth looks. And for he is a man of sense, and no one can be more suitable for his office than he is. And so the faithful old minister went into the hall where the knaves were working with, well, all their might at their empty looms. What can be the meaning of this? Thought the old man, opening his eyes very wide. I cannot discover the least bit of thread on the loom. However, he did not express his thoughts aloud. The impostors request him very uh, cautiously to be so good as to come near their looms, and then ask him whether the design pleased him more than the colors, or whether the colors were more than this beautiful than the design. They're pointing at the empty frames. Well, the poor old minister looked and looked. He could not discover anything on the looms, and for a very good reason. Vis-a-vis, there was nothing there. Hmm. Wait, thought he again. Is it possible that I am a simpleton? Have I never thought so of myself? But, and no one must know it. So now, if I am so, can it be, well, that am unfit for my office? No, that must not be so said either. I will never confess that I could not see the stuffs. Well, Sir Minister, said one of the knaves, still pretending to work, do you not, you did not say whether the stuffs please you. Oh, it is excellent, replied the old minister, looking at the loom through his spectacles. This pattern and the colors, yes, I will tell the emperor without delay how very beautiful I think them, and we shall be much obliged to you, the impostors said, and then they named the different colors and described the pattern to the pretend stuffs. And the old minister listened attentively to their work in order that he might repeat them to the emperor. And then the knaves asked for more silk and gold, saying that it was necessary to complete what they have begun. However, they put all that was given to them into their knapsacks and continued to work with as much apparent diligence as before as at their empty looms. Now the emperor now sent another officer of his court to see how the men were getting along, and to ascertain whether the cloth would soon be ready. Well, it was just the same with this gentleman as with the minister. He surveyed the looms on all sides, but could see nothing at all but the empty frames. Does not the stuffs appear as beautiful to you as it did to my lord the minister? Asked the impostors of the emperor's second ambassador, at the same time making the same gestures as before and talking to the design and the color which were not there. I certainly am not stupid, thought the messenger. It must be that I am not fit for my good, profitable office. This is very odd. However, no one shall know anything about it, and accordingly, he praised the stuff that he could not see, and he declared that he was delighted with both the color and the pattern. Indeed, please, your imperial majesty, said he uh, to his sovereign when he returned. The cloth which the weavers are preparing is extraordinarily magnificent. And now the emperor himself wished to see the costly manufacture, and while it was still in the loom, well, accompanied by a select member of the office of the courts, among whom were the two honest men who had already admired the cloth, he went to the crafty impostors, who, as soon as they were aware of the emperor's approach, went on working more diligently than ever, although they still did not pass a single thread through the looms. It's not the work absolutely magnificent, said the two officers of the crown already mentioned. If your majesty will only be pleased to look at it, but a splendid design, what glorious colors, and at the same time they pointed to the empty frames, and for they imagined that everyone else could see this exquisite piece of workmanship. How is this? Said the emperor to himself. I cannot see nothing. This is indeed a terrible affair. I a simpleton, or am I unfit to be an emperor? Well, that would be the worst thing that could ever have happened. Oh, the cloth is charming, said he aloud. It has my complete uh, approbation. And he smiled most graciously and looked closely at the empty looms, for on no account would he say that he could not see what the two of the officers of his court had praised so much. As he his all his retinue now strained their eyes. All the people that was with him now strained their eyes, hoping to discover something on the looms, but they could not see no more than the others. Nevertheless, they all exclaimed, "Oh, how beautiful!" And adverse His Majesty to have some new cloth made clothes, some new clothes made from this splendid material for the approaching procession. Magnificent, charming, excellent resounded on all sides, and everyone was uncommonly gay. The emperor shared in the general satisfaction, and pre- presented the impostors with the riband of an order of knighthood, and to be worn in their buttonholes, and the title of gentlemen weavers. Now the rogues sat up the whole of the night before the day on which the procession was to take place, and had 16 lights burning, so that everyone might see how anxious they were to finish the emperor's new suit. They pretended to roll the cloth off of their looms, cut the air with their scissors, and sewed with needle without any thread in them. See, cried they at last, the emperor's new clothes are ready. And now the emperor, with all his grandees of his court, came to the weavers, and the rogues raised their arms as if in their act of holding something up, saying, "Here are your majesty's trousers. Here is the scarf. Here is the mantle. The whole suit is as light as a cobweb. Only one might fancy one had nothing on at all when dressed in it. That, however, whoops, what did I do? Virtues of this delicate cloth. Yes, indeed, said the uh, courtiers, although not one of them seen anything. TTT cried out. All right. So, yes, indeed, said the courtiers, although no one of them could see anything of this exquisite manufacture. If your Imperial Majesty will be graciously pleased to take off your clothes, we will fit on the new suit in front of the looking glass. Well, the emperor was accordingly undressed, and the robes pretended to array him in his new suit. The emperor, turning around from side to side before the looking glass, how splendid his majesty looks in his new clothes, and how well they fit, everyone cried out. What a design! What colors! These are indeed royal robes. The canopy, which is to be borne over your majesty, is in the procession, is waiting, announced the chief master of the ceremonies. I am quite ready, answered the emperor. Do my new clothes fit well? Asked he, turning himself around again before the looking glass in order that he might appear to be examining his handsome suit. The lords of the bedchamber, who were to carry his majesty's train, felt about on the ground as if they were uh, lifting up the ends of the mantle, and pretended to be carrying something, for they would by no means betray anything like simplicity or unfitness for their office. And so now the emperor walked under his high canopy in the midst of the procession through the streets of his capital, and all the people standing by and those at the windows cried out, "Oh, how beautiful are our emperor's new clothes! What a magnificent train there is to the mantle, and how gracefully the scarf hangs!" In short, no one would allow that he could not see these much admired clothes, because in so doing he would have declared himself either a simpleton or unfit for his office. Certainly, none of the emperor's various suits had ever made such a great impression as these invisible ones. Now, until the emperor has nothing uh, so now the emperor is walking under his high canopy. But the emperor has nothing at all on, said a little child. Listen to the voice of the innocence, exclaimed his father. And what this child has said was widespread from one to another. But he has nothing on at all. And at last cried out all the people. And the emperor was vexed, for he knew that the people were right. But he thought the procession must go on now, and the lords of the bedchamber took greater pains than ever to appear holding up a train, although in reality there was no train to hold. And so there you have it. You got one moron out there telling you, you get one person out there telling you that something is good for you, and regardless of whether it is good for you or it's not good for you, you keep up the chance of trying to try and see it, even if it's not there, even if it's not good for you, you believe it because, well, if it's confirmed by one or more, it's confirmed. So there you have it, the emperor's new clothes. All right, hey, it's time for the daily bread portion of the program. And the daily bread portion of the program today is going to be brought to you by the Bible with Frisco 2022. The Bible with Frisco 2022 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's reading in the Bible with Frisco 2022 will be Joshua 10 through 12 and Luke 1, 39 through 56. So don't forget to tune in to the Bible with Frisco 2023 for your daily reading of the Bible. Permission to rest. Permission to Rest is our daily devotion in the Daily Bread portion of the program. And today's scriptures and insights for Permission to Rest will be Genesis 1:31 through 2:2. And so without 31, God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, and the sixth day. Thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their very vast array. And by the seventh day, God had finished the work of his hands and that he had been doing. And so on the seventh day, he rested for all his work. So there you go. That's why you have permission to rest on the seventh day. You should have been very tired from all the work you done during the week, don't you know? And of course, you must worship God on the seventh day because he gave you that opportunity to rest. All right, my friends. Hey, I've got one more song for you, and it goes something like this. Hello, goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I said goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. This here has been Chendro Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning into the show because well, without you, it wouldn't be me. We wouldn't even have a show if it weren't for y'all. So come on back and see me again tomorrow because well, God willing, I'll be here, and I hope that you are too. God bless. Good night. Bye bye. We're out.